Hey YouTube, this is Team Changer Heart here with another deck profile. This is our deck profile on Utopia Beatdown or Utopia ZW. This deck is owned by our teammate Adrian Martinez, so I'm going to let him get to the deck profile in just a minute. Before I do that, I just want to say that some of you guys might be thinking, why are we doing a deck profile on Utopias? Utopias are no good. They're not, meta or whatever. I just want to say that this deck is actually pretty good. It can catch you by surprise. You can get your Utopias up to a ridiculous amount of attack. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let Adrian get started on it.
Alright, so we're going to start off with the monsters. We're going to run 3 Thrashers because you want your first turn specials because you need to get your Utopias out first. After that, we're going to run 3 Crushers just for special, normal, and instant overlay. And for the 2s, we're going to run 2 Kage Tokage just in case if you don't draw into your Thrasher and Crusher combo, you can just Crusher and then Kage Tokage. Or 2 Monks, just in case. I like running the Monks because there's a good amount of spells in here, and most of the time they're dead to me. And yeah, we're gonna run excuse me, 3 Unicorn Spears for the Eclipse. I like it a lot because it gives Utopia a lot of attack, but the only drawback is it has to equip to a Utopia Ray, which is the only drawback of that card.
It's also a level 4 light, so it's really easy to get into your rank 4s if you don't get one of the other cards.
Yeah. Alright. Now we're running 2 of the Eclipse, 2 Eagle Claws. I really enjoy this card because you can equip to any of the Utopias, and it gains 2,000 attack, and whenever a trap card that activates on your opponent's side of the field, you can negate it, which kind of sucks for them. It's really funny for you. Next we're going to run 2 Tornado Bringers. What this one does is you can equip it to any Utopia, and it gains 1,300 attack. It can, and if it would be destroyed by battle, you can send it instead, and your opponent cannot target your Utopias or card effects. So no big guys, no one-on-ones or anything. We're going to run 2 ZW Lightning Blades. What this one does is you equip it to Utopia, it gains 1,200 attack, and your Utopias cannot be destroyed by card effects, so no dark holes. And what it also does, which I really love because it annoys my opponents, my ZW cards cannot be destroyed by my opponent's card effects, so they're just kind of sitting like, what do I do? Next we're going to run 2 Azure Strikes. I like it because it's another level 4, so it's just another Utopia material. And also what it does is you equip it to your Utopia, it gets 1,000 attack, and it can attack all your opponent's monsters at the same time. So it's a clean field sweeper. And then finally we're going to run 1 Honest, because pretty much all my boss monsters are light, and it's enjoyable to see in my opponent's faces when I use Honest. Alright, that's it for the monsters. Alright, now for the spells. Gonna run 3 Space. Just because back row kind of hurts. Run 2 Territory. What this does is it's a field spell, and whenever your XYZ monster is attacking or getting attacked, it gains 200 attack and defense times its rank. So that kind of brings your XYZs up. It also brings your opponents up. Most of the time, you're going to be stronger than your opponent, so you don't really have to worry about that. We're also running 2 Warriors, just in case if somehow they get over your Utopia. Just Warrior, one of your monsters, and then just get back Utopia. Running 2 Numeron's Force, just to turn off your opponent's field, or monsters to be exact. And just it's funny seeing their faces because they'll have something like a Beals or something, and then their face is like, what? And they just go right over it. Gonna run 1 Variance Force, just because your opponent might have an XYZ and you don't, and then you just Variance Force, rank up, and then you take one of their material, just to have an extra material. Run one Rhoda, excuse me, just because Rhoda's good, because you have a lot of targets. 1 Dark Hole, just because Dark Hole. 1 Book of Moon. It's funny to see people's faces if you Book of Moon them right when they're about to sink or right when they're about to XYZ. It's funny. Alright. One of the traps. I'm going to run 3 Number Wall. This is probably your best trap in the deck because your opponent cannot get over it, and even if they do, it's just going to come right back. And what it does is Your number monsters cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects or by battle, except for with another number monster. And most of the time, people are going to be running stuff like Gem That Pearl or something. And then for the ones, one torrential and one bottomless. Alright. Alright, now for the extra deck. Gonna be running 3 Utopia, just standard for the build. 2 Utopia Rays, just for your Unicorn Spears. You're gonna run 2 Victories. Most of the time, I really don't go for this, just because I go for, Ray V's, excuse me. I don't go for this much, but whenever I do, I like popping my opponent's monsters and then just attacking them. It's just to go for extra damage. We're gonna run 2 Ray Victories this time. And what this does is if you have a Utopia as a XYZ material, you can attach whenever you're targeting an opponent's monster. You detach, it gains your opponent's monster attack, and its effect is negated. So bye bye Beals. For the ones, we run 1 Diamond Dire just for just to pop 1 quick monster. And run 1 Crazy Box just because it's another monster, and if your opponent runs Skill Drain, it's just a 3000 Steamroller. Running 1 Maestro just to flip him face down. And then running 1 Gusto Emerald just to recycle some of your equip cards or some of your monsters back in the deck. Running 1 101 just to troll your opponent, because people hate 101. And then lastly, we're going to go 1 Cowboy for game.
Okay, so that was our deck profile. So go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, YouTube. Let us know what you thought about this deck. I know it's not meta, whatever. So let us know what you thought about it, how you think this deck will turn out, if you're thinking about building a deck like this. So we love hearing from you guys. So go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and thanks a lot, YouTube.